Arsenal make Javi Simons inquiry from PSG. They want to sign him, but they stand competition from RB Leipzig and Manchester United. Who is really gonna be winning the race? It's the end that will justify the means. Guirassy, obviously, one of those that we're talking about into this video. And lastly, we are gonna be having a total discussion on a player known as Summerville. Brighton hijacking the deal of Liverpool. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And this is the channel that brings you the latest news and information as far as your faves are really concerned in here. And continue to obviously smash the like button close to 300 times, and let's obviously get into the second video of the day. Remember, today we kickstarted off our day by talking about the Arsenal fixtures, and I've gone ahead obviously dissect them to the fullest, and I made a long live video, and you guys have gone ahead to enjoy it, and I'm really enjoying your comments into the mix. Now, yesterday was the birthday of Julian Timber. He went ahead to make 23 years of age, right? Then today, Gabriel Martinelli is also making 23 years of age. That is Gabriel Martinelli. It shows you the age that Arsenal is operating in and how their players are really doing the needful. Martinelli is really one of those players at Arsenal that have gonna hit obviously improve a lot, and we believe that he's gonna come up with a different kind of game of form of football together in the coming season. 23 years of age is Martinelli, and we would love to wish him a happy birthday. And Javi Simons, that Arsenal is interested in signing, is also 21 years of age. It shows you how much Arsenal are so much age-centered when they're obviously making a choice on which player they're gonna sign to their club. It shows you that age matters a lot, and they want to bring in players that are really young but proven. Talking about proven players, Javi Simons is, because the 2 seasons or the 2 loan spells he has spent at PSG and RB Leipzig respectively have gone ahead obviously put him into an ilk of being one of those players that does the best of magic for the side of those 2 teams. Now, Court Offside have told us that Arsenal and Manchester United are among the clubs to have asked about a potential transfer detail for Javi Simons this summer. A temporary move from PSG is seen as more likely, with sources informing Court Offside that Arsenal want to sign the player on a loan. Now, PSG first and foremost are not willing to obviously let this guy go on a permanent. They want to obviously have him on a loan. Those are the conditions of PSG. You understand? They don't want to obviously go all out and really sell this player on a permanent. They want to keep him on a loan. Sorry, they want to really loan him to a certain club like they've gone here to be doing for the previous seasons, and see whether he really matures where they want to be. But this boy ticks all the boxes for Arsenal: the age, the skill set, and most importantly, he plays in very many positions, and being a multi-dimensional player helps you so much into this game of football. Left forward, central attacking midfielder, and he can play as a right forward. Now, when I talk about the left forward, that means he can play in the position of Martinelli and Trossard. Left forward, he can play in the position of Bukayo Saka. No matter how right-footed he is, and it is not to be left-footed, he can offer you the best playing into that right attacking side of the midfield. He can also play into the central attack midfield where Martin Odegaard plays. That is this guy, Javi Simons. That makes him very exciting for the club of Arsenal. And getting him on a loan obviously offers Arsenal some good benefits, because if you don't want to obviously put in a lot of money, right, you get him on a loan, and his weekly wage is really £25,000, and I think those are peanuts to the side of Arsenal. Even if they tell Arsenal that they're gonna get this guy to them on a free, and Arsenal is gonna be really paying the entire amount, Arsenal won't say no, because that is really little money compared to the quality of this young lad. And it shows you how Javi Simons has to come out and obviously tell PSG that I really want to really live on a permanent, because he is on a contract until 2027, meaning that he's left with 3 years on his contract, and by the time his contract runs down, he'll be at 24 years of age. And if I told him Javi Simons, I just run it that officer and tell PSG, it's high time you sold me. If you don't sell me, I'm not gonna extend my contract. I'm not gonna extend it. I believe I've gone ahead to showcase some huge football right now. Very many clubs want to sign me, but you guys don't want to obviously get me out of this club. But it's not gonna be easy as that for us not to get him even on a loan, because Manchester United and RB Leipzig, where he was playing last season, have gone ahead to show interest in really signing this player also on a loan. Now, for RB Leipzig and PSG, I think, for RB Leipzig and Arsenal, there is a very big hinge, because in the Champions League, a player you loan to a certain club is allowed to face you. And this time round, there is a team that is playing the UEFA Europa League that is interested in Javi Simons that can act as a blocking factor. And PSG will be like, let's give this player to Man United and he doesn't face us in the Champions League, because they are going to be playing into what we call the UEFA Europa League. And secondly, PSG are interested in Marcus Rashford, and they might obviously find a way of even doing a swap. We get you Javi Simons, you get us Marcus Rashford. You get? But Arsenal will have to do a lot of work to convince PSG to see to it that they get them this player on loan. That is it. And for the side of Javi Simons, I think he'll be excited to play for Arsenal. The project at Arsenal is really very exciting. Very, very exciting. And the other big factor that might see Javi Simons come to Arsenal, it's PSG wanting to see to it that they really get like 100 million euros from Javi Simons. If they sell or if they loan Javi Simons to Arsenal, I tell you, he'll be having a more spotlight than he had at RB Leipzig. The entire world will be watching this boy do his magic. And in the due course of doing his magic, he'll obviously entice other people, or other clubs obviously know how good he is, and they'll obviously come in for him with huge money. You understand? So that is one of the factors that I think PSG might look at and say, if he goes to Manchester United or Arsenal, he's going to be in a big spotlight, and him being in the big spotlight, Javi Simons will earn us a lot of money. You get? So there are very many factors that can hinge this player to join Arsenal, but can also give him the required boost, obviously coming through and play for the side of Arsenal. So Arsenal making inquiries, United are really making inquiries, RB Leipzig are pushing to obviously get him back on a loan, to see to it that him and Benjamin Šeško combine together for some more time in there for you. So Javi Simons is a talent that every club will need. I tell you, he is hugely talented. Hugely talented. Watch out for him in the Euros, and his numbers the previous season have gone ahead to obviously improve a lot, because when he was playing for RB Leipzig, he played 32 games, 8 goals and 11 assists. And if I told you an Arsenal fan, you'll get excited for the 11 assists he made, because he is not, all that means, he's not a greedy player. He's a player whose end product to the game minds so much on really looking out for the well-positioned player to score. And he had 8 goals. Those are 19 goal involvements in 32 games. UEFA Champions League, 8 games, 2 goals and 2 assists. Those are 4 goal involvements, meaning that in total he played 40 games, and he had 24 goal involvements. What a player that every club would love to have. So let's wait and see how that pans out. But Javi Simons to Arsenal inquiry has been made by Edu and Arteta. That is it. So let's leave it at that, and let's go to the side of Summerville, a player that I've gonna hate to love. He's a joy to watch, and he excites the eye on the spot. Now, I brought you a story like a week back that Liverpool are really wanting to go in for Summerville. But guess what? It's really confirmed by Fabrizio Romano that He understands Brighton have made contacts to start talks over Crescencio, Summerville deal. Not an easy one with many clubs keen, but Brighton have started initial talks to explore this possibility. Liverpool and Chelsea have been monitoring him in the recent months, still open race. So, Brighton have gone ahead to start what we call the Summerville transfer talks, and it shows you that they are really spot on for the player they really want to get in, and he's none other than this guy known as Somerville. Somerville is a very good and exciting player. For the time I've gone ahead to see him, he's really one of those that he watch and really understand that he really wants to see everything really going on as planned. And for my scenario and case, I tell you, nothing is really gonna stop this guy from obviously crossing from the championship after his team failed to knock out Southampton to come to the Premier League. I really come up to see to it that all goes on well as planned for the moment in there for you. So Liverpool and Chelsea are really working around the clock to see to either obviously getting the player. But if at all I'm Somerville, I go to Brighton. Have some 2 seasons there, because Somerville's age is really very, very, very good. He's not that old player that you think is going to come up and obviously not shine or miss out on an opportunity to play for a big club. He's just 22 years of age, and Somerville is a Dutch player, and it explains to you why, you understand, why the side of Liverpool is really looking at him, because Ancelotti is a Dutch manager, and he's really a talent that can play across all the attacking positions of the pitch. So we wait and see how that Somerville deal is really gonna be really done, but huge clubs are in for it, and Brighton are the only small club that are really trying to see to it that all goes on as planned into the mix. So that is it about Summerville, and we wait to see how things really pan out on the side of Summerville. Let's go to the side of Guirassy. Guirassy is still one of those players that Borussia Dortmund are pushing to sign, and today via the RNBVB, that is another credible source or outlet for Borussia Dortmund, they've told us that Guirassy has made up his mind. He wants to join Borussia Dortmund. According to sources close to the player, it's 90% secured that the player wants to join Borussia Dortmund. Nuri Sahin is said to be in favor of the transfer as former coach Edin Terzic. So it is really going where we want it to be, and a lot is really on stake to see how things really continue to pan out in there. The side of Stuttgart, where this guy plays for, is it Frankfurt or Stuttgart? One of those two teams are willing to sell for close to, is it 18 million? I think it's like 20 million euros. I think 18 million euros, that is 16 million pounds. And I think those are kind of players that Borussia Dortmund will be willing to get in. So if the player is going to have to make up his mind to join them, it's a beauty that is going to be joining a team that is playing into the Champions League. So we're here to wait and see how that pans out and how everything is really going to go on as planned. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about Arsenal making Javi Simons inquiry or transfer inquiry from PSG. What do you make about it? Would you want Arsenal to bring in Javi Simons? Yes or no? Summerville, where do you think is going to end? Is it going to end at Brighton, Chelsea, or Liverpool? And you, as a person who has been really watching this channel and you know Javi Simons, which project is better for Summerville? And lastly, what do you make about the man himself, known as Guirassy, who went ahead to score very many goals in the Bundesliga, as he's being looked at by very many teams right now, and he has gone ahead to make up his mind to play for the side called Borussia Dortmund. Guys, may the living to God bless you abundantly. Portugal, oh, the lineups are out. Portugal is gonna be playing Czech Republic in the next minutes to come, and let's see what the lineups are for the side of Portugal, right? What is the lineup for the side of Portugal? Portugal has come up with the following lineups. Diego Costa in goal. Ruben Diaz, Pepe, and Mendes. 3-man central defense. Pepe is 40 plus, but he's still really playing. Diego Dallo, right wing back. Cancelo, left wing back. Bruno Fernandes and Vitinha are playing the double pivot. Then Bernardo Silva, right forward. Rafael Leao is playing as a left forward, and Cristiano Ronaldo is leading the line in there for you, playing as a center forward. That is Cristiano Ronaldo for you. Then when you look at Czech Republic, they're really having the following starting 11. Standing in goal, the system is 3-1-4-2, Holz, Krank, and Krejcik into the back three. Shushek, CDM, then Kofo, right wing back, Sulic, left wing back, Provad and Dodera are playing the double pivot. Then Paul Schick leading the line with Kuchata. You know, that is how everything is really panning out. Now, the bench of Portugal really has very many players. Rui Costa, Nelson Semedo, João Paulinha, Goncalo Ramos, João Felix, Jose Sa, Danilo Pereira, Goncalo Inacio, João Neves, a talk about town for very many people, Matheus Nunes, Ruben Neves, Diego Jota, Antonio Silva, Pedro Neto, he's there, and Francisco Conceição. Arsenal fans know him very well in the Champions League when he's playing for FC Porto. I sign out for now. See you later. And I'm going to be returning in the next 2 hours to bring you the latest news and information as far as all of this is really concerned. I'm out. Bye-bye.